Hey guys, since Armored Warfare is a pretty new game and not that long on the market, there are many new players coming onto the game and trying to test it and want to do things right from the beginning. And how to do that, I'm going to give you a few quick tips. I'm going to say I'm not the pro in the game. I'm not a pro in any game actually, but at least I know a little bit about it, and I've got quite a few tier 8 tanks now. I haven't unlocked a tier 9 tank, but you know, I like to play my Leopard and my others. So, first of all, you're gonna start with tier 1 tanks, obviously, that's for sure, which you can find up here. There are actually two in the game now, which is the M113 and the PT76. Both of them are, yeah, they are tier 1, they're not great, but it's okay. You can watch here, there are 3 dealers you can buy tanks from, and you can research tanks. You have got to do a certain quest to unlock a certain tank line. You have to do a quest for this one, do damage, I don't know, I think close to a friend. And yeah, this is the same for any of those here. Also for this one and for all of them. But you can unlock tier 1 and 2 very easily, and you will probably already have unlocked 1 or 2 lines when you have reached your second tank. So first of all, a little brief overview about what you can do in Armored Warfare. You can play PvP battles and PvE battles, that should be normal. PvE is against environment, which means computer-based opponents, so no real players. PvP is 15 on 15, or I think it's 16 on 16 or whatever. It's player versus player. That's how easy it gets. There was a time it was more beneficial to play PvP to get credits. That's no more, since PvE got a buff of their credit income. So now you can probably play both. It's easier to play PvE, at least it's for me easier. It could be that you are the more competitive guy and you like to play PvP, then probably PvP is the best choice for you. But on my behavior, I like to play PvE, and it's very, very good to come in the game. On tier 1, there's just easy missions unlocked. And is it tier 3 or tier 4? I'm actually not sure. It's tier 3. You unlock medium missions, and on tier 5 you unlock hard missions. Actually, even a medium mission is a mission that you barely fail. Yeah, doesn't happen very often. Hard missions, yeah, they're failable if you've got a noob team or something. But even that doesn't hurt. I mean, a lost game is a lost game, and you can play another one and win that one. So, this is the beginning. But now there are quite a few tricks. First of all, there are consumables you can use. Of course, you know them from World of Tanks or whatever game you played before. Repair kits and stuff is for sure. But there is one PvE consumable, the number 9, which is on low tier. You can just use a maintenance kit, which restores 20% of your health by clicking this thing anytime, and it refills your ammunition. But then if you get higher in tiers, I actually gotta do this. So, don't know. Let's choose this one. Yeah, I've got it. You can use a field rebuild kit. That's new. That came in patch 0.14, and that restores anything of your tank 100%. I think it doesn't repair your modules, but it does give you 100% life and 100% ammunition. It is expensive, but you know, it's worth it, I think. Are there any kind of particular tips I can give you with the starting vehicles? Yes, there are. You can do so much damage with an M113 if you play it right. If you've, as often as I play tier 1 battles, if some of my friends start this game and I just want to help them leveling, I normally outdo the players I play with by twice as much damage. But that's alright. I mean, they are starting the game and I'm just new, and so that's normally I like hold myself back or something. But sometimes they're really good players too, so maybe just doing the same as I do. Because this tank has got an automatic cannon, which means it shoots very, very fast, and that you can see here, it's got 600 bullets in this thing. And let's say that way, you'll need them. Yeah, this thing can do an awesome amount of damage, and I really like playing it, and I think it's much better than the PT76. But there is a difference. I'm talking about PvE. If you're playing PvP, or if I am playing PvP, the PT76 is my preferred vehicle. You've got more alpha damage and you haven't got to stay that long out of cover. You know, you're behind a rock or something, or behind a house, you drive back, or you drive forward, shoot, and you can go back. With the M113, you've got to shoot to get the same amount of damage that you did with the PT76. I think you know where I'm going. Same as for the LAV. Actually, this is the first wheeled vehicle. I liked it very much. It's yeah, like I said, it's a great thing. I really liked playing it. Walker Bulldog and Patton, they're both great. Same as for the T50 54. They're actually all good. And whatever you can choose then is what you like to play. I mean, you could say, I like to have a good armor, and maybe my tank is a little bit slower. So you should try the British tanks. Maybe the Chieftain, the Challenger, and the Ariete, which the Ariete is Japanese. No, it's not Japanese. What the hell I'm saying? It's Italian. So yeah, that's why I'm German, you know. Or you could try the American battle tanks. They were all pretty good armor too. If you want to have something more mobile, but still with a lot of armor, you could go for the German tanks, for example, or for the Leopard 2 line. Or if you want to have something really mobile and with a high amount of damage, you can go for the Tank Destroyer line, which are all wheeled, which is also pretty cool. Which I started playing this line, and I think I stopped here, and then I got to play this line until I was at the LAV 600, because they just were really fun for machines. But this one has got like no gun depression, so you should probably choose the Shintaro. I just choose what looked better. That's a failure. Of course, you can also play artillery, but there is a big difference between artillery in this game and between artillery in World of Tanks. You should check this out before, because you can shoot much. You've got a much lower reload, so or higher reload is. Don't know how which way around you see that. So reload is much shorter than in World of Tanks, and you've got clip magazines like this one has. Well, I think the Batchat in World of Tanks has got this too, but the Panzerhaubitze 2000, which is called in German PZH 2000, you've got 3 shots, like shooting, and then you've got like 16 seconds reload, but you're not doing much damage. You're like 200 damage shot if you hit it, if you penetrate maybe 300, 400, but it doesn't really get that much. It's much more of a support class than a real class that can enforce by its own. So you can soften targets up where your main battle tanks have got problems. Like you see, well, there's a Leopard 2 A5, like I have one in my garage, which is this piece here. And your team are really struggling to penetrate this guy from the front. You can at least give him 600, 700 damage with your 3 shots, and he's gonna be pissed about it. And maybe he'll even turn because he thinks that he stands in the wrong direction, and so your team is getting side shots in it or something. That would be pretty cool. So, next thing is a quick overview of armor. There are much more types, but there are normally 2 types of armor in tier 1 to 5, and that's steel. That's normal military steel armor, and that's explosive reactive armor, which you can bolt onto the tank. Normal steel armor is just penetratable by anything by the same multipliers, which means you shoot about it and like wrong tank. This one. This one's got a penetration of, where does it? 173 millimeters, and this one has got 152, which means AP is always more than HEIT, so heat. And yeah, let's count out high explosive. That's just for decapping, at least with the most tanks. So you're really gonna think about what are you using. In low tier, you can pretty much use on any target heat ammunition, because you're doing more damage, and normally it'll penetrate. There are just a very few tanks that have got armor to withstand this. One of them is for example this one. It's got side skirts and it's got explosive reactive armor. What does explosive reactive armor mean? That is armor that pops off the tank if it's got hit by explosive, and of course then on this place maybe you hit here and those 4 pop off, and then there is no explosive reactive armor anymore, but the shot that hit it is doesn't do any kind of damage. The second shot, if you fire it on the same position, does do damage, at least if you penetrate. Yeah, that's also pretty good to know, because there are many tanks that has got explosive reactive armor, but most of them are in higher tiers, and some of those higher tier tanks has got ceramic armor, and this is more withstandable against heat, so you will have a different multiplier. I can show you this by just clicking on this tank. I think no, wrong button, sorry. I think it's the right one. Yeah, this one's got composite armor, and you can see that you've got very different multipliers. You've got a multiplier on HE and on AP the same way of 1.3, and on shape charge, which is high explosive anti-tank or anti-tank guided missiles, you've got 2.0. So it's much less effective against this tank. But of course, that's a tier 8 tank. It'll take a while till you see them. Well, actually, the progress in this game isn't that slow. Actually, I think you don't really need premium. I mean, premium is nice to have it. Premium, for all of you who don't know, gives you 50% more of anything, so more credits and more experience. It's nice to have, but it isn't a must-have, even not in Tier 8. I'm still making profits with Tier 8 tanks if I've got no premium. Premium tanks, for example, I think it's probably useful if you've got one of them, but you don't really need more. Those are those yellow tanks. They've got a bigger credit income, like you can see here, 1.25 for the first one of the day. And yeah, they're just more rentable, more profitable, sorry, rentable is a German word. More profitable in the way of credits works. And also, many of them are really, really good. This is, for example, a tank you can just get if you win giveaways, or if you are a giveaway. Sorry, not if you are a giveaway, if you do a giveaway. My German channel has done one, and I think it's still running. It could be that's still running, but it's just for the German guys. But I've got a key left, and maybe I'm gonna put this one on my English channel. We'll see. It's a Chieftain Max 6, but there are also many things you can buy, like the Zello S, the MBT-70, the VFM, or in the founder spec, the Typhoon. But don't go out there and buy anything before you don't know what you like to play, like I did. Yeah, I'm stupid someday. And don't buy something you can't afford, that's also something. So, I think I've told you the first things that you should do, and obviously there's a thing. If you see this line fulfilling you, if you got 100%, you can unlock the next vehicle. And you get experience, which I can't use because this tank is already unlocked that far. I don't think that I have a tank where I can show it to you. Maybe it's one of the higher tier tanks where I've got some experience left. Yeah, actually it is. A 290, for example. You get experience, I'm on 26% here. And you get them with any battle you play. And there I can say I've got 12,000 normal experience and 3,700 free experience, which I can use in any tank I want. You always get a percentage of, I think, is it 10 or something? 20? I think it's much more than a World of Tanks. I think you can even build this on your base. I'm going to come to that later. So you can use this experience like I do here. I unlock those. And I probably should unlock the engine next, because that's like a real plus. Maybe I'm just going to go and buy this one now, because the tank is really sluggish. And I'm going to put in the smoke grenades as well. And the tank is a little bit faster, and it's got here, like you can see, it's got better ammunition already. I researched them. And it's got a better engine. That's a nice thing. Crew skills I'm not going to discuss, because those are just things that you have to think, yeah, do I want to have more aim time or more turret traverse speed? That's like whatever you want to have. Your commander, on the other hand, is a thing that you should think about, because there are many different commanders in this game, and a few commanders are maybe good for armored fighting vehicles, like scouts or something. Other tanks are very good for heavy tanks, and there is just this guy, this is just fun. He doubles my chance, at least the setup I chose, he doubles the chance that I set enemies on fire. And that's like, it's hilarious. If you're in a game and you set like 5 guys on fire, and yeah, they are just really pissed off in the chat. But, you know, happens. This is sweet. There is also another tank class I should discuss. A tank class I really hate playing, and I never did in the open beta. I just played in the closed beta a few times, and I just said, yeah, screw this. It's a Swingfire, for example, or even, I think they even just introduced a new premium tank, which got the same. No, it's not Shishkin, it's not Wurthly. Yes, the M1134 AGTM. And this is a tank which just shoots rockets, and you're like, on shoulder perspective, shooting rockets, and you can guide them while they're flying, but you're obviously not in like a rocket's view, something you're just in the view of your tank. But you can go up with your mouse, put it down, and then you're gonna hit the target. Or not. I don't like this style of playing. I've got a few friends who like it, but you know what? I also said I didn't like artillery, and now I've got a tier 8 artillery. Probably I'm not the guy that you should take on its words, especially not in what tanks I like and what tanks I don't like. Is there anything more I could tell you about the game? Probably, I mean, it is, the base. In the base there are a few things you can update. You get 100 raw material per day, which you can collect here. They're even stackable, so if you don't collect them once a day, you maybe come back like 4 days later and there are 400 you can collect. And you can get, like here, crew experience earned 10%. This is 2% per level. Here, retrofit cost, minus 10%, minus 2% per level you build this. It also takes time, by the way, and resources. Crew experience, same thing. Global reputation, same thing. It's 50%, it's not 5, it's 50, what the fuck? Okay, that's kind of a lot. So it's from the base experience, not from the multiplied, obviously. Yeah, okay, and I can give you a little tip there. Sometimes you should watch the website, because there are tanks, premium tanks they give away for free. Last time, I think it was, at least the last time I got one, was this one, the Type 59 Legend, and that was even before the normal Type 59 was introduced in the game, and that was at Christmas 2015. So, I hope you enjoyed the video and you found something interesting, maybe. And if you want to know more about this game, if you want to see more about this game, just leave a comment, and I'll see you soon.